Hey everybody, I hope everybody's healing or thinking about healing. Today's video is very important. It's the breakdown of an old classic called Flowers in the Attic. But before I get started, every tarot reader is not good, so you have to be choosy about which ones you listen to. Most are fake. Most repeat the same relationship BS. The same things over and over. It's like they share titles. Well, if they are connected, it would be the same subject and title. So I'll give you that. Some are just on point and aligned. Sorry, I'm wiping my nose. Some are on point and aligned with each other, that the message is identical or the same, but some just copy each other and go with the same. I don't want to hear about no relationships. No more from you tarot readers. Nothing about no twin flames or love. It's okay to do that sometimes. But the focus should be on awakening the certain people that I need to be awakened. Y'all need to help me do that. Y'all do y'all readings on me and the others all the time. It's one reader called Lord Draco Nobody. He said, is there anywhere on this earth we can go where we won't be killed and people won't be killed and we won't be poisoned, tortured, and so forth? Yes, there is a place, but you have to stick with me or you will not get there. On to the topic, flowers in the attic. I want y'all to pay attention and pay attention very closely. I'm going to start at the very tippy top, not the beginning of the movie, but the very tippy top of the trauma. Okay, so flowers in the attic. You have to look at the mother and the father first. Did you notice the age difference between the mother and the father in Flowers in the Attic? Her mother and father, not the children's mother and father, her mother and father, the very wealthy ones. Did you notice the age difference? There was a huge age gap. So their daughter decided to marry their uncle. Their uncle has been a pedophile. Her uncle has been a pedophile. Her father's brother, they knew about this. This is nothing new in the family. No uncle wakes up one day and said, I'm in love with my niece. I want to marry my niece. No, you've been looking at her since she was a little girl. You've been touching on her since she was a little girl, or you waited until she turned 18, but you've been grooming her since she was a little girl. So she left the home of her mother and father, who were very wealthy, to marry her uncle. Her uncle was a pedophile, and incest ran in their family, and everybody in the family knew it. So she goes off and marries her uncle, so her family disowns her. See, let me tell you about the wealthy. This gave you a look into the lives of the very rich and wealthy. This gave you a look into what a lot of white Caucasian people who are rich, very rich, go through with them and their children. She left home because her mother was very abusive. Her mother was very jealous of her. Her mother was very abusive. Her mother was very jealous of her. Very jealous of the father and the daughter's relationship. I wonder why you have to put, if y'all don't catch it, it's going to go over your head. Certain mothers are jealous of the father and daughter's relationship, so they'll take it out on the daughter. So she left to marry her uncle and had 4 children. 4 children. So their real father died. Her uncle, who she married, which is the children's father, died. But he would favor the daughter. He favored the daughter, and her mother stood at the door. It was a crack in the door. She stood at the door with hate and envy. She was jealous of her daughter. She had her mother in her, but it wasn't present. It wasn't ever present yet. See, evil and anger and rage sometimes lays dormant when you want to pretend and you want to make your life happy. So you want to leave that all that's in you dormant. You want to change, so you want to be a good person. So she changed, but you saw it in that crack in the door when she looked at her husband and her daughter in there. When he gave her the jewelry box, you saw the rage. You saw the envy. She couldn't stand it, because if he raped me, his niece, he will rape his motherfucking daughter. So in a way, she was scared, but she was still jealous. So she decides, I have no money. I'm not about to get a job and take care of you 4 motherfuckers. We gonna go back home where I know the wealth is. I'm gonna kiss my mama and daddy ass so we could get this money. I've been through it. My daddy used to go to Price House. He used to make us go to Price House. Go in there and see your granddaddy. I know he a pedophile. I know he hates me and I know he hates y'all. But go sit in there and appease him so we could get $20. So we could get some money. Richard left home, but Richard tended to go back home because of that attachment, of that abuse and that trauma, that control with that money. Price had that control with that money. The father and the mother and Flowers of the Attic had control of her with that money. So she gathered her 4 children and went back home to that hell, to that torture she ran from. So she said, I'm going to kiss ass to get this money. She locked her kids in the attic. She did exactly what her mother said. Before they entered the home, the little girl said, I don't want to go in there, Mommy. It's full of witches and demons. Witches and monsters. Listen to your children. So she entered them into the house anyway. So she met her mother. Her mother said, you ain't getting a dime because I know he's going to leave you everything. So I'm going to be nice with you and I'm going to help you get back into your father's will because now you have to take care of me. Why wouldn't the father leave the money to the wife? It's a mystery. So the mother said, I'm going to have to kiss your ass, but still in turn beat you and abuse you and brainwash you because now I have to use you to take care of me because I know my husband is leaving you all of the money. So she said, in order to get back in the wheel, honey, you're going to have to let me beat you, thrash you with this whip. You're going to have to gain your father's love back. You're going to have to lock these demon children because she thought incestual children were of the devil. It's not that child's fault, you crazy motherfuckers. It's not that child's fault. So she deemed all of them as evil and devil. She said, you can't let this grow, these children. They're of incest. They're disgusting. So she locked them in a room with an attic. And the mother agreed because the mother was so torn. She was so broke down. She was so hurt. She was so confused, but she wanted that motherfucking money. So she said, I'm going to let my mother fuck with me and brainwash me and help me get this money from my father, who I don't like. She didn't like her mother or her motherfucking father, but she needed that money. Money will make you do strange things. Money is the root of all evil. Money causes so many fucking problems. Y'all chase this money. Y'all trick for this money. Y'all will rape children for money. Y'all will eat infants for motherfucking money. So she locked her kids in a fucking room in a fucking attic for money. She starved them. She poisoned them with arsenic daily. Her mother said, we're going to poison them with arsenic because we got to kill them slow. If we kill them right out, then everybody unnoticed. We don't want the children to know we're trying to kill them either. So we have to do it slowly and strategically. She sprinkled arsenic on their cookies every day. The little boy would try to get the demonic caretaker. Let me tell you something. When a house is full of hell, when a house is full of black magic, warlocks, and witches, they tend to hire different reptilians, warlocks, and demons. So John was the doorman. John was the butler. John was demonic. That little boy tried to get that little bit of good he saw in John, because children see you. That little bit of good he saw in John, he tried to get it out. So he would say, hello, John. Right when he was dying from that arsenic from his grandmother and mother, and John picked him up to go murder him and bury him in the backyard, he tried again and he said, hello, John. The groundskeeper was in on it. The butler was in on it. When you are working for demonic and evil people, everybody you hire is demonic and fucking evil. The groundskeeper didn't call the cops. He dug the 4 graves and kept his motherfucking mouth shut. John didn't call the police. He carried that boy down and let them murder him. John knew everything and the groundskeeper knew everything. Everybody on the fucking land knew everything that was going on in this fucking house, and nobody helped the children. So they plotted, they planned, they said, we got to get out of here. They would break out. The dogs and the groundsmen caught them the first time. They went down in their mother's room. They saw how immaculate she was living. We living in hell and filth, and she down here living it up. She changed. Her mother and her father came out. Let me tell you something. Once you go back to the hell and you go back to the demons, you go back to the witches and warlocks, and they continue to do their rituals and spells on you, and they bring you back in and they say, you got to do this to come home. My sister called me, you got to come home. I had a dream about you. You got to do this to come home. So she did it, and it changed her into something fucking evil. She didn't want them kids no more. She believed what her mother said. They were of the devil's spawn. Leave them, kill them, and start anew. She wanted to start anew. She wanted to erase the uncle marriage, the children. She wanted to erase it all and start anew because her mother said, this is what you have to do to get the money. So she turned cold, and when that little girl saw her, they broke out of the attic. He said, we're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. I am done. They decided to fight back. The oldest boy, he always fought back because she got scared. You see, when you scare demons by standing up and fighting them back or standing up to them and let them know you're not afraid of them, they're going to hurt the closest thing to you or take the closest thing away from you. And when her brother stood up to their grandmother and cussed her ass out and scared her off that motherfucking room, she came in that night and cut his sister's hair. I can't get you, but I'm going to get her. They will come and get the closest thing to you or take the closest thing away from you. So they decided to leave that house. They said, our mother's living like this and she's lying to us. She said she would come get us after Granddaddy died. And Granddaddy died and she never came. She never told her father about those children because she would be disinherited. The mother showed her that part in the will when she got there. If you let him know about these children, you're going to be disinherited. You're not going to get a motherfucking dime. So if you don't fall in line and help me murder them, you won't get anything. You can leave right now with your children. Oh, the fear set in, because when you come up in wealth, when you come up in prestige, when you come up with a name, a bloodline, and you got to keep that name up, and you thinking you got to keep up appearances, and you got to do this to get the money because the rituals were ever present when you were younger. You were doing rituals since you were a little girl. So it's in you. She said, fuck them kids. So they broke out of the room. The grandmother came in. He came out of that closet and he beat her ass. And he was about to hit her again. And I got pissed when his sister told him to stop. Because I said, keep beating that bitch. But you know, that's me. Let me calm down. So they snuck out of the house. They snuck down there. They found out that the grandfather was dead. Incest is nothing good, but you cannot torture those fucking kids who are a product of it. Witchcraft is ever present. I'm telling you about it now. The wealthy is sicker than you fucking think. Let me show you. So they ran down to the wedding. She acted like she didn't know who the fuck they was. When the little girl looked at her, like, who the fuck are you? This is not my mama. The little girl knew it was somebody totally different. When you let your demon take full form, when you let your demon take full control, you are lost in there, but you're still in there. But your demon is ever present. Your demon is making decisions. Your demons is torturing people. Your demon's doing shit that you might not even remember. That's how deep it goes. Her mother said, who are you? You're a lie. You're a lie. She said, you left us in the attic. You said you would come first and you never came. Eat the cookie. This is the same cookie you killed Corey with. Our brother, her husband looking at her like, is this true? Who is this? What is wrong? It's not true. It's not true. I don't know who these are. You still trying to save face after you murdered one of your fucking children. So they got to tussling. And she fell over and hung herself. Because when karma comes back for those who do great evil, your death will be tragic and great. And sometimes, most of the times, you devils will have an audience to witness. Because I make it so. When karma comes, me and karma are intertwined. I'll give you that piece. When karma comes, she's going to take karma is worse than what you did because After karma takes you out, she still has a special hell. You don't get it. Y'all think black magic is dangerous. That bitch karma is a fucking beast, bitch. Karma will take you through hell here, then deliver you to another hell. And after that hell, take you to one more, bitch. Leave her alone. Be careful who you fuck with. Flowers in the Attic is a story of incest, witchcraft, warlock, sorcery of the elite and wealthy, lifestyles of the rich and famous. Some die with the name, some die nameless. Flowers in the Attic is one of my favorite movies. And they walked out of that front door and they got free from their tormentors. They got free from the very people who had them brainwashed and caged and locked up. Their mother had them convinced she was coming back for them, and they believed her. When you get free from the shackles in your mind, everything starts to fall in line. All you have to do is say some of this shit out loud. Call me a liar. I'll wait. I'm going to do an in-depth video on slavery, who started it and who was all a part of it. I want to leave you with this one last bit. People will feed you what you don't need and deny you what you need. People will feed you what you don't need and deny you what you need for shits and giggles. I'll give you an example. Someone needed food, but they gave you a bottle of liquor instead. I needed a car, and my sister lied to me and said she was going to give me hers. And in turn, she never did. She knew she wasn't going to. She didn't give me what I needed, but she bought me a winter coat. People will play in your fucking face because they think you shit. Sissy, I'm going to give you my car. I'm going to go get a new car. I said, what? Didn't believe her. I told, y'all got to know how I came up in my family. They really thought I believed half the shit they told me. I said, I'll believe it when I see it. But I played along. I said, okay, thanks, Chris. Thank you so much. I really need this. My father called right after she did it. Don't get her that motherfucking car. That bitch don't need that car. She ain't nothing but a fucking head. This is my father. Don't give her shit. Oh, happy Father's Day, bitch. Bitch, happy Father's Day. Father wasn't shit to me. But do I still love him? Yes. My father wasn't shit to me and still ain't shit to me. But do I love him? Yes. As I was saying, don't let nobody play in your face. Stop giving people what you know they don't need and denying them what they need. Help me rescue the infants, the children, the teens, the adults, and the animals out of the sex trade. Help me stop human trafficking. Help me rescue those who are being served stale food, sexually harassed, tortured, and tormented at the YAH Metropolitan Community Action Agency homeless shelter in River Rouge, Michigan, where the CEO and the staff steal the funding from the homeless. Help me rescue every individual out of the plants, GM, Ford, Chrysler, Tesla, all of them who are getting sexually harassed, raped, tortured, tormented, sold drugs right on the premises. CEOs, presidents, and employees, supervisors know all about it. They know all about it. Help me change the world. I'm doing it without y'all. I don't give a fuck. I can't wait on y'all. Waiting on y'all would be shit. I'm still... I'm doing it on my own. I've been doing it. Everybody know who I am. from the celebrity to the president of the fucking United States of America. When y'all gonna do something about that pedophile Trump? Y'all sit and do silly shit all day, but y'all president is a fucking pedophile and y'all don't give a fuck. That's what scares me. When I tell y'all, I'm leaving y'all who don't wake the... I'm leaving you. Bitch, this is not a game. I'm not coming here to carry y'all. I'm gathering all those that I can. Do you understand what I'm saying? I already gave up on the ones that I can. I gave up on y'all a long time ago. You're never going to change. That's why I'm going to change it for us. Draco, if you want to go to that land you dream of, you better stick with me, nigga. I love y'all.